you go. That'd have been cool. So yeah. All right, class, welcome to your dogging course, eh? We've got to get through a few topics to pass your course. All right, and today we're going to do 3 topics: sling inspection. We're going to teach you to tie knots and do your hand signals for your course. All right. So first off, we're going to do a bit of a rundown on what we're going to do on this session. It's going to take about half an hour. And I'll just show you, I've got a little presentation here. How to inspect slings prior to use. And this is in your, yeah, phone's on silent, would be good, yeah? License to perform your dogging. I'll do a little rundown anyway of what we're doing. And then in the course today, we'll be doing inspections. I'll show you the safe working loads of slings, the faults of slings, and also difference of chains, where to store your slings, difference between a chain and a sling, and your protectors, yeah? And your pros and cons. That's just a little bit of what we're going to be learning. This is just a photo of a lift I've done the other week on a boat using the slings. And then we'll do some questions and answers, yeah? 30 minutes should take us. Let's go back up top, all over that?
Yeah, bro.
All right, yeah, so my name's Nartai in a way. I'm going to be your trainer today. I've been doing rigging and dogging on and off for nearly 15 years on the cranes, working the mines. Yeah, at the moment I'm still dogging and crane as well as doing this work with you guys. Yeah, so my main objective is to give you as much knowledge as I can so when you go in the field you're all safe. Yeah? Bit of housekeeping first. The toilets, you need to go to the break, just let us know, it's just right there on the right as you come in. When we do another one, our emergency, in case of an emergency, we're going to be the assembly points at the front. So we've got our exit here on our left, we've got an exit at the front. So when we, in a case of emergency, we head to the front all together, yeah? Don't leave anything. Don't leave anything. Leave your valuables, get up and move, and we go to the front together, yeah? And we do a roll call down there, no one leaves there until everyone's been ticked off for our emergency procedure. Yeah, all over that? Work health and safety, procedure and policy is there's no silly questions, we're all equal, we're all here the same, there's no judgment. We all get along with each other and try to pay attention to when I'm talking and don't disrupt the class and don't judge anyone if they're wrong. There's no silly questions. Everyone, please, if you have any questions, ask. Yeah, all good? Yeah, and again, this is your code for your high-risk work license in dogging, CPC LDG 300, and that code there is just the code they use when you go to do your training. Every license ticket has a code. Yeah, all good? Everyone's all good so far? Yeah, a little bit about my experience. Obviously, I've been working rigging and dogging for 10 plus years, probably. I got my ticket when I was 19, 20. Worked in FIFO on the mines and done like West Australia, South Australia. Worked with driving franners, driving cranes. And at the moment now I'm working the steelworks. You don't know where the steelworks is, right? You can see it from here. Yeah, that's it. Working in there. And yeah, doing all sorts of various lifts that you will know when you go in the field. When you do lifts and that you will know that when you're using slings and chains and that, why it's important to inspect it. So that's our task instruction today. Why is it important to inspect slings? All right, the importance. And I want to ask you guys, have you used slings before? Slings like here. What slings are you talking about? Soft slings. Have you used these before, anyone?
Yeah.
You have, eh? some is? What working background yourself? Coal mine. Nice. Jack, have you?
Well, that little sling there I have.
Yeah.
Driving.
Driving.
Wrapping around a tree.
Wrap around a tree. Nice. And did you inspect your sling before you use them?
Inspect it, yeah. Make sure there's no tears in it.
Yeah, that's it. And what happened if there was tears and stuff?
Chuck it away. Well, we'll go and get another one out of the car.
Nice. Yeah, we got another one out of the car. Yeah. So that's exactly what we do when we do cranes and lifts and stuff. That we've got to inspect every lift. This is when you do your dog and your dog on a load. Every lift you got to inspect your gear, especially at the start of the day. Even you do a lift, if you're using a sling, you've got to inspect. And why is that? Because if you get tears, like Jack said, that
Definitely seen tears in it.
tears and rips and
Even just from being around the tree.
around the tree, yeah. And that will explain to you why we use packing in that as well. And there's the importance, obviously, why we inspect a sling is there. Make sure there's no tears, it's in working order, make sure it's in date. All right, every sling has a manufacturer's spec. All right, tells you your safe working load, tells you how long it is, tells you when it was manufactured, tells you even when you do different configurations what it's good for. Yeah. So you got a vertical lift when it's choked, when it's basket, and what it's good for. Yeah. So remember this, a big thing. This with the sling, if they don't have a tag on your sling, especially with lifting, what do you reckon? What happens?
You don't know how much it weighs.
Don't know how much it weighs, yeah. And then also, what was that, Shane?
So we chuck them.
You chuck them, yeah. No working load limit. You got to get rid of them. So that's out of action. What we got? When to check? Yeah. So when we would check slings before every lift, before every use. So if you're going to use a sling to pull your car out and your Land Cruiser or something, you want to check that the sling is in good nick
You can't use that one.
before you use it. Otherwise, you're going to obviously snap it. You know, if whatever damage is wrong with it. Yeah. So I want to give you guys a sling each, right? And I'm going to show you how I would inspect it. Actually, I'll show you first how I would inspect a sling. And some of these have damages, some of them I think might not. But when we grab a sling, I go straight for the tag for that end, right? I check, oh, it's got a tag, cool. And then I'm looking over it, front and back, like at the condition of it. This one here, you can see it's got a few holes. So I know that I went from the tag. So when I'm going along again, I come back to the tag. I know I went over the whole sling. Do you know what I mean? So if you start from where the tag wasn't, you wouldn't know. Yeah, that's what I do. I go start from the tag. So I'm going over it. Look, there's a few there, abrasions there, going back and forward, the front and back of it. Already picked up something there, yeah. Over it. Another one, and I'm back at there. So I've gone over the whole sling, yeah? That's how you would inspect the sling. Front, back, going over with your hands, before lift, even after a lift, you know, because when you finish a lift, you never know, oh, did that sling get damaged or whatever. So I'll give you all a sling each, so you can have a little look. Show me some damages, see if anyone can pick up anything. Some might not have any, you know, I don't know. You let me know if you pick up anything. No tag?
No.
Out. How are we looking?
Yeah. 2 tears and several abrasions.
2 tears, several abrasions, yeah. Would you use that?
No.
No, to tag it out.
Put this away and throw it in the bin.
Put this away, throw it in a bin.
No
Might
tag,
give
got
it
a
a-
hole, it's got a tear.
Nice work. So no tag, got a hole, got a tear. Yep, so that's no tag at all. There you go, look, no good. Well done, look at you guys go, eh? Number 1 inspectors, eh?
Game over, we're done.
Yeah.
Told you it was.
None spared for today.
How'd you go, mate?
All the holes.
Heaps of holes? Yeah, that all you picked up? Yeah, yeah, me personally, I wouldn't use that, but some people would just not. Maybe on the farm, some
So you
people.
wouldn't lift nothing with it.
Yeah, people on the farm they would use that. Even those, like on the farm. But like when we do rigging and lifting and critical lifts, if the sling looks like it's gonna be at a high probability of damaging, just don't use it at all. And the reason why I say these are good for a ton, right? When you have like a sling that's stretched, you could just slice it with something sharp and they'll just tear. Yeah? So like, if you try and minimize any probability or any risk of any sling breaking or any load falling. Yeah? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. That's how most accidents happen because of it's a human error because of faulty damage. And I've been out there where guys have used slings for lifts that are even worse than that, like fibre coming through, and they've been rigging for a long time. They're like, she'll be right. The sling, she'll be right, because they're too lazy to go and tag it out or whatever. So yeah, it's all good. Had a look at your slings, you all got through that. It was good. Identified heaps of faults, but here's some more things that you'll see on a sling that could be faulty or hazard. So you've got acid or caustic burns. Yeah, a cut, you've got an edge cut. A lot of those burns, and they could be around, what do you reckon it could be around, the burns? What do you think? Why would that happen? Out in construction. Who's using fire or something? Welders. Yes, Bruzzy. You're using welders, boiler makers. Yeah? So what would you use if they're lifting something? If that's going chain, nice work, chains. That's right. What else do you reckon? That's really high tensile for burning. You got chains, you got slings, and there's one more.
It could be an exhaust or something on the machine, maybe.
There you go. That too. That's right. Try to figure out if there's another one that's made of almost like a chain. Not like it's like a sling. Wire. See? Wire. Another good way for boiler makers. Or anything around the heat stuff. Because this stuff here, obviously, get burnt easy. Use a lighter.
What about it rubbing against a hot surface?
100% WA. 50, 60 degrees weather and you've got hot surface. And rubber and friction. Yeah. Well, look there. These are like punctures, right? Puncture, abrasion. Not damaged eyes, broken or worn stitches. You've got wild splatter. Yeah? Because this is wear and tear over time too. And that could be punched up against somewhere on a sharp corner. Yeah? Can you think of any other one? Maybe what slings could cause any damage? Anyone? There's a few there already.
Say again, sorry.
Any other damage? What could cause damage to a sling? Anything else?
With the wrong rated sling.
There you go. Yeah.
Sharp, like.
Yeah, sharp.
Surfaces or
Anything
something.
sharp surface. Yeah.
Rubbing.
Yeah. That's right. And that's a good one, Jack. I've actually got a thing on here about why with corners, packing corners. So I want to go through rigging manufacturer specs, right? Especially with the slings. So every lifting sling has a work and load limit, yeah? In Australia, this is bull events too, so Australia. And they're colour coded, yeah? So what colours are they good for at a vertical lift? Can you see? 1 ton, yeah? Good stuff. You can't always rely on it, but a lot you can. With these you have purple. I already know when I see purple 1 ton.
Each line means how many?
And then you have line. Yeah, that's right. 1 line. Good boy.
2 lines.
I love you've been doing pre-study before your course, mate. I love that.
Yeah.
He's keen. He's keen, this fella. Yeah. So one line. That's right. And then so you got there. That's a straight lift. Yeah. Cool. Understand? So we're here, right? So you got a choked. with a straight lift. So choked, so this choked. So it's like, yeah, so my arm. What would that be good for? If that's 1 ton, and then
80 kilos.
that would be
800 kilos.
800 kilos, yeah. So it's 20% duration, yeah? So what would be a basket?
Like an eyelet, wouldn't it? Like a bit of an eyelet, and you go poke it through like that.
That's right, yeah. Yeah. Well, that is it has to be choked on a round load. Right? When you choke around square, you got the sharp edges. That again derates it. And it doesn't say it on here, but it does say it here. But when you choke on a square, it's meant to be 100. You're not meant to do it unless you pack it up like a lot of corner packing on it, and it has to end up being that much corner packing on a square edge that it's going to end up like a round load. Do you know what I'm saying? So you got a parallel basket, right? How much is that good for? Like this. See, if I pick up something, what have I done there? Say this is on the crane, and this is around the load or something. How much? What have I just done? Yeah, doubled it. Yeah. So this is here, doubled 2. Good for 2 ton now. Yeah, and then these ones here. These are when you got two slings, or you got one going round a square like this one here, one going on a square load. It's not choked, but basketing around a square load, right? So it's not good for 2 tons. Here it's 1.7 because it's going around a square. You sort of understand that, Jack? Are you all good with that? That's a square load. Here, round load, double, square load, derated, yeah? Choked around a choked is derated. But at a vertical lift, 1 ton. When you start adding angles, again, derates. And that's just the 1 ton. The violet sling. Then it got your 2 ton, 3 ton, 4 ton slings and the different work and load limits, yeah? Has anyone else out there used any slings that are, apart from purple, have you used either mines? Yeah.
To be honest,
Yeah.
angles that aren't right in underground mining.
They're 120 plus. Hey.
Don't say much.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, as long as you've had a bit of experience with them. Sorry, boy, I'm just chewing out any time. You don't put a timer on, Yep. So, here you go again. This is a quick. So, violet's good for how much?
1 ton.
Yeah. And the 2. So, what's good for 2 ton? What colour sling?
Green.
Good. All right. What's good? What's a yellow sling good for? A vertical lift.
Vertically 3.
Yeah. All right. What's a 4 ton sling choked? What's that good for?
8.
Choked.
Oh, choked, sorry.
Right, okay.
4 ton grey. What's a grey sling choked?
3.2.
Yeah. What's a red sling choked?
4.
Yeah. That's choked. All right. What's a blue sling doubled basket? 16. Nice work. And an orange is usually 10 plus. Anything that's orange like 10 ton, 20 ton, and it will tell you on the slings. But yeah. So when you're out there and you'll see these sling colours and that, as riggers, you'll sort of know straight away, oh yeah, okay. Some of the cranes might go get a green sling. If you go get a yellow sling, and they'll know, oh yeah, it's 3 ton. You can get these cards too, but it says on the safe work and load exactly what they're good for too, yeah? That's why these are good. I know Kyle mentioned something. What were you mentioning about before? I think today you told me about how to hook up a sling.
Make sure they're at the top of the hook.
Yeah, so make sure this is at the top of the hook. So why is that?
Because if they're down the loaders, they can get worn and broken.
Yeah, worn and damaged, that's right. So you're saying that put this away from the load where it's not getting damaged there. Otherwise we keep wear and tear on this for ages. And that, if you can't see anything on that, and you've got a blue slip but not blue, take it out, yeah? All over it?
All over it.
All right, nice. Oh, what do you reckon, guys? If we find any faulty slings out there, what do you reckon we do with them?
Report them.
Report them? Yep. What about you, Harmy? What do you reckon?
Yeah, report them.
Report them?
Don't use
Chuck them? Don't use them. What do you reckon, Jake? Find any faulty slings out in the job site, or you've gone to a rigging, you found a sling, or it's no good like them. What would you do?
Yeah, throw them in the bin so don't grab them again.
Yeah,
No good.
that's right. Yeah, mad. Yeah, so that's so you want to report them, supervisor, tell your crane operator, and you main thing you want to get rid of them too, so that the next person comes doesn't grab them. Maybe they're in a rush. They don't check them. Yeah.
Or tag them.
Tag them out. Can put an out of service tag on it. But yeah, you got to think about. You might be different to the other riggers. They're probably in a rush and they're not check their gear. You got a lot of guys out there. They just chuck the gear on, whether it be chain, whether it be sling. They don't check it straight away. Yeah. So if you find a faulty one, they might have a 6 meter sling. I'm not looking at that the whole time. It's going to be a quick lift. And they use it. So that's why you got to get rid of it. So you get rid of it where they're not going to be used. So in a franner, there's a crane box at the front. Like in a crane, there's a crane box on the side, like any all-terrain crane, right? No good chucking it away and putting it back there. You put it in a bin, take it way away so no one can use it. All right, and another one. How do we store our slings properly, you reckon?
In a dry box.
Dry box, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Why would we put a dry box? Yeah, weatherproof, yeah. So remember, this is your life, right? When we're doing a lift, high risk work, you want to look after this the best you can, because this is what's going to be carrying the load that you're going to be near, right? So if you're looking after your rigging gear, right, that's looking after your life, because a load drops because you haven't stored your stuff properly. It could be catastrophic. So like I say, we've got tag out, report, supervisor, ensure the next person doesn't use it. We store our proper storage of soft slings, nylon, polyester, or Dyneema is critical to prevent degradation of the environment factors and damage from mechanical wear. Yeah? So that's it. Mechanical environment factors, yeah? Store them in a clean, dry, dark environment such as a rigging box, a gear locker, or by hanging them on racks to prevent tangling, yeah? I'll just show you some photos of some rigging boxes, yeah? And how to store them. Where to store them. Just have a quick look at that. Where the slings and that. Alright, cool. So what have we got here? Can you see what slings are there? Can you see what are they good for? Just by looking at the colours?
Yeah.
What are they good for at a vertical lift?
2 ton, because it says 2 ton, you can see it.
Oh yeah. Well, these one, the blue. You don't remember the blue one?
4, 8.
8. Yeah, 8. You got it there. This one, yeah. Grey, 4. Yellow, remember yellow? Well, I know we didn't go from that much, but it's the one after the 2, yellow.
Right.
Yeah. But see how they're stored? What are they? They are hung up, right?
Yeah.
They're not on the ground.
All together like green.
All together, yeah, they're good. So obviously they're in somewhere, right? They're out of the weather. Yeah? They're not inside the chains where the chains are sitting on top and all the grease and everything's on it, or they're in there getting pinched and everything, like from the heavy gear of the chains. True?
Yeah, true, yeah.
They're stored in a good spot where you can grab them easy, and they could be, even if they got wet in the previous job, they're up there hanging up, getting dry, yeah? So, same with this one here, yeah? Like a box like this. Obviously you can put all your gear in there and pick it up with a forklift, but you got look how neat it is, man. Yeah, this is like Jack. Jack would have a nice neat box like this with his rigging gear, I know that. So it's hung up, look, chains on one side, you've got your slings hanging up. It's very neat, yeah? Got airflow coming through too. So we properly store our gear, mate. All right, guys, all over that? All right, what have we got here? What do you think this looks like? Yeah. It was about what Jack was saying before. Remember Jack saying, you might have corners and abrasions and everything. Yeah? Nice work, Jack. These are our, packing. Yeah? Corner protectors. You have sleeves, corner sleeves on your slings, even have them on chains, yeah, wear pads here. This is like a roll of steel, right? They're heavy as, you know, it still works. And you imagine having how sharp that would be, and you're lifting that with 8-ton slings, right? They could be, there's sometimes over 10 ton, you know, even 5 ton. But like I said, you got that sharp edge, and you're lifting it, and you got no packing. They'll just slice through that. Yeah, so it's got that packing in. I like these ones because they're just hard plastic, hard, like they're solid as, yeah. See how that's square? That now has become round. See that? Yeah. So that's packing. So if you're out in there, and this is how all this happens, right? All these pinches and holes, right, happen because they're not packing up their corners a lot of the times, yeah? They're not looking after them. So if you're out in the field and you've got a square load and you need to pick it up, you got to always pack them, yeah? Pack them with corner protectors. Or if you want to lift up a square load, right, and you've got no packing, don't use the slings. Grab chains. Because usually most cranes will have a chains and slings. Yeah? Agree? So those are the still packing. I wanted to actually show you. But even out in the field, packing up with depends what you're lifting, you can use some cardboard too. Just if you've got nothing there. Cardboard, rubber, you know, rubber, like just rubber, like a belt, use that. Go through quickly here. Difference between soft slings and chains, right? Pros and cons, yeah? What do you reckon? You've got anything, what do you think?
They're light, easy to handle.
There you go. Good for the shoulders, eh, mate? What's the pros and cons of chains and slings? Anyone? What was it before? Boiler making and stuff.
Chains would probably twist.
Yeah. What was the question?
What's the pros of having chains and what's the cons?
Well, they don't bite the chains, do they, as well? They slip.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're stronger, but they're harder to move around.
That's right, yeah. You try and carry. So you got a 10 ton sling, right? And then try and carry around 10 ton working load chains. You're going to be effed by the first few. You will. It'd be heavy. It'd be 30 mil. You need 30 mil chains. They're heavy, but you can carry slings around easier. You know, like they weigh stuff all. But there's heaps I've got here. The soft sling pros and cons, right? The pros, low protection, ideal for like, you know, paint. You have steel that's just been freshly painted. They want to use slings, yeah, because they don't mark it. That's right. When I lift that boat, I had to lift that boat, right? If we use chains, they will just marked it, even dented it, right? So you every time you see a boat getting lifted, Jack, I'm going to say 99% of the times they're using the slings, right?
I lifted my boat when it was getting built. Yeah, new gel coat, fiberglass, I lifted up, same thing.
Yeah.
Sling it.
That's right. And that's the reason, because they don't scratch or dent, and they're, you know, like you said before, these are light, yeah? Lightweight, easy to handle, easy to move, store, reduced worker fatigue, easy to shape around irregular, fragile loads. It's non-conductive too, so when you do welding and these are connected to a crane, they don't trip out the crane because they're non-conductive. Also, you know, when you have anything electrical, you want to be using slings, yeah? Cost effective too, very cheap these, yeah? Compared to chains. Like some of these can be 10, 20 bucks. Chains could be hundreds, 500, you know, and they lift the same amount, yeah? But the cons are they are prone to cut and abrasion and to damage very easy, yeah? That's why you need protective sleeves, yeah? Low heat, you know, so you obviously use them around high temperature environments, they can melt, yeah? Boiler making, even hot days. And then in the sun too long as well, that can affect it, damage from the UV rays and certain chemicals. And they're non-repairable, yeah? So non-repairable, so you get a cutting on this, you chuck them out, yeah? If you get a faulty link on a chain, yeah? They just replace it, yeah? where these are non-repairable. So they have pros and cons to use chains. So here I am, I lifted this boat, yeah? And yeah, we had chains on the top, but have a look, we had slings, yeah? And if I used chains all the way around it, yeah, it would have dented all that. But anything with boats, anything that's fiberglass or anything that's soft and freshly painted, you want to be using slings. And the client, if you're out there, will probably prefer to use slings too, but obviously use your packing and all that. All right, lifting chains, what are the pros, you reckon? High durability, strong, yeah, heat resistant, can withstand very high temperatures, suitable foundries and steel mills, long lifespan, repairable, can be inspected, repaired and rectified for long-term use, yeah? Adjustability, often feature shortening hooks to modify length, enhancing. So when you, on some chains they got links and you can shorten them up, yeah? And the cons, they weigh very heavy, right? So you're gonna get fatigued, yeah? With the chains, carrying them around all day. Making them harder to handle, yeah? Surface damage, they can dent and scratch things like for lifting a boat, you're gonna scratch and dent it, yeah? Higher cost, they cost more money, yeah? Everyone's about cost effective these days, yeah? So they're gonna be going, get some slings, you know? But in the long run, obviously, it has its pros and cons. Your chains are gonna last longer, especially as well. And then you have pinch points, pose a risk. So when you pinch points is like when you have chains in between, or even gloves, right? Putting on chains, you can get pinched up when you're putting hooks and choking and stuff. And even putting them on the ground, or even putting them on the hook, right? Same, that's right. So here's a lift I done, I don't know, a couple months ago. This was a 7-ton thing. But yeah, we had lifting lugs here. But I could have used, if I wanted to use slings on that, if I wanted to, but I got a 4-leg chain, right? And got lugs here, but I don't, like here was a, you know, you'll remember, think about if you're using a slings, that's going to go up to here and here, and if this is sharp, then I've got to get some packing, put it in there and everything. All right, we had to put this under a roof too, so I've got adjustables, yeah? So I can shorten it up if I wanted to, yeah? All right, that's pretty much it. Any questions or feedback? How was that? Good? Kyle, I want to just come up here 1 sec. Last thing, just show me how you would inspect this sling and tell me if it's in good working order. Yeah, just show us. Show us. You're the smartest here. You've been all over this. So how would you inspect this sling if you was, all right, I'm going to go pick up this 800 kilo load. All right, let's go. Show me how you inspect this sling. And what would you do with it?
Doesn't have a tag.
Yep. Good.
And then faulty.
Yeah, got a cut.
It's no good, mate.
No good? The whole thing no good? Yeah, so you just, as soon as you see no tag, you just, what do you do with it? Put it back in the box?
In the bin.
Put it in the bin. Yeah. Let your supervisor know, or who are you going to let know?
Put it out of service tag.
Out of service.
No good.
No good? You passed. You passed that, mate. Good job. Yeah. All right, all good with that? Yeah, sweet. I think that's it. Well done, well done. Yeah, well done, guys. Yeah, so have a quick break.
Is that pausing?
Have a break, well done. We'll come back and you go toilet. You've done good. Thank you. Jack, you done good. Jack done good. I've got to keep him on his toe.
But I was thinking about other in my mind.
Well done. Well done. That was really good, guys.
Does anyone want a drink? I might, thanks, pal.
I'll have a coffee.